Hello, dear students. So, this is going to be my second talk on the topic factual description. So, in my previous topic, I described about factual description and what is it and how we can describe a person using factual description technique. As I mentioned in my last video also, with respect to factual description, that if we are describing a person, we are actually crafting his or her character. So it's really very interesting way of bringing out the qualities in a person according to how your mind really wants to perceive that person as. So we have to craft a character, and in my last video I've told you that we will be specifically describing the person's appearance and second the behavior. These are the two most important things which describes person's character. So I am going to give you a few words with respect to appearance of a person and how it can affect the factual description. So quickly, let's move on to the words for appearance of any person. Okay, so a person, let's start from head to toe. Okay, so we are talking about the person's face. Okay, and of course, we can talk about the hair part too. So, the words which we can use for face, we can use a freckled face for having, if a person is old, so lots of lines or lots of twists and turns on person's face means that he has a freckled face. Okay, or if we talk about, say, the person's face, is sometimes it really gets you know having a dark tinge due to working out for long in the scorching heat. So we can say the face looks quite tough with dark tinge or dark brown tinge. This is an explanatory word for describing the complexion. Then we can talk about, soft. If you talk about baby skin, it is soft, okay, or chubby, or the skin really looks crystal clear, okay. So we are talking about skin in this case. So you can talk about the age of a person through his face. You can talk about the complexion of a person through the face. And of course, you can talk about the skin of the person through the face words. So freckled is already given for the old, okay. And then we can talk about some, you know, frowning, the kind of face that you make, the expression that comes on your face, that can also be a part of this category. So expressions can especially be given by the words like, wait, frown. Okay, so the person always frowns, and the anxiety is visible on the person's face, because the head structure, the forehead is always wrinkled. This is how you can use as an expression to talk about the tensed, uh, as an expression. So if the person is having tension or the person is frowning or angry at times, you can use these words. Then another word which they are phrases actually which can talk about the person's behavior, like I have always seen peace flowing through his or her eyes. Okay, or the eyes always were a gleaming look. Eyes were always watery, just to mark that either the person is quite emotional. Okay, or this can also talk about the eye disease the person is having. So it depends what context you are using. Gleaming look, that means the person is always having the optimism. So through expression rather than just one word, you can talk about the person's appearance. Then moving to the entire body. So the body can be athletic, it can be obese, it can be fat, thin, skinny, or we can say it is quite it's a pear-shaped body, or we can say it's slender. The person appearance was quite slender, that means tall and thin. Such are the words that you can use for body, or crafting the person's body in in his character. And then we can also talk about his movement. Okay, now some peculiar characteristics can be added to a person's character, like if the person walks with a limping movement. Okay, or when we say his gait or the walk is like a soldier or an army officer. So we can imagine how an army officer walks, right? So even in the wedding or any family occasion, the person is walking like an army officer. So that comes out to be quite funnier side of that person. So gait is like an army officer. We can describe a person's gait when he or she is old. So limping movement was there, or we can say the walk, his gait was quite, you can say, quite stressful. Being old, the difficulty was in walking can be observed from a distance. These are the words which you can use for movement. And for behavior, we can of course use an anxious man or a optimistic person, or we can use an incredible man, incredible woman. Okay, then we have got an arrogant or a stubborn person. So anxious is the one who really takes a lot of tension, optimistic, looking forward, with all hope. Incredible is unbelievable. Arrogant is a mixture of angry plus, you're not ready to change your viewpoint. And stubborn is almost similar, when you're not ready to change your viewpoint. Okay, or we can say he's a or she's a peaceful soul. Okay, here in body, I just recollected, we can have a muscular body also, or a fleshy body also. That's how the words we can use for factual description, talking about the appearance and of course the behavior. A for appearance and B for behavior. Remember, these two things are very important for factual description of any person. So for this lesson, I guess that's all. So I'll see you in my next lesson. Thank you so much.